Jennifer, and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. It's National Fossil Day in the United States, so I'm going to show you some of the awesome fossils that I've collected over the years, because it's National Fossil Day. So, this first one I've got here doesn't look like a whole lot. This is a burrow. It's a trace fossil that I found up Provo Canyon. It is from the Pennsylvanian period, so it's from the Paleozoic era. And it was found in limestone. It's made of limestone. It's been filled in with limestone. All that fun stuff. And look, here's a bigger one. Whoa! Lots of burrows. Found lots of stuff in there. Let's see, what other fun. Now, the rest of this looks like it's just chert. I mean, technically, like, you've got some ripples here, which is technically a fossil, if you want to put it that way. Old fossil relic of water moving. This one's cool. So this here is an impression of an ammonite from the frontier sandstone, which is Cretaceous in age. And in fact, we have dinosaur footprints from this same formation in this is over by our dig site that we work at over the summer. Found on the other hill from where we found the fossil footprints, the dinosaur footprints. I'm just gonna be battling a lot. So many fossils. Okay, here's some cool stuff. So also from near our dig site, I've got all the belemnites you could possibly want. So belemnite is a squid relative. It's a cephalopod. So this is its pen. Lots and lots of those. This is from the Stump Formation. And that is a Jurassic age. It's older than Morrison. It's when the Sundance Sea had encroached on our area. Because we haven't gotten enough of these, look, here's another burrow, but this one's from the Triassic period. So it's nice and red. Also from around our dig site. Let's see. This one's from, if I can get it out of the bag. So this is a trilobite from out by Delta, Utah. And that's just a little arthropod that lived in the Paleozoic seas. And there's tons and tons of different varieties of them, and they can tell you all kinds of things about the rocks. I don't know enough about them to tell you more. I'll have to look that up and then tell you later. And then I've got tons of Jurassic, Morrison, petrified wood. This wood is the same age as the dinosaurs that I was showing you guys this summer. It's from the same formation, just a little upriver. Different chunks here. So, the Brachiosaurus that we're trying to get out was probably eating these trees when it was alive, which is really stinking cool. I've got more petrified wood here. This stuff actually comes from Montana in the Swift Formation, which is also Jurassic. It's about the same age as, it's close to the same age as Morrison. It's a little older. This came from over by the mountains over by Glacier National Park. This also came from Montana. Hopefully this will be visible. I'll zoom. Focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Oh, there we go. So there's little patterning on there. Might be hard to see. That's actually a bryozoan. There's a little bit of a shell impression up there as well. This is from that Mississippian limestone that makes up most of the mountains up in the glacier, or south of the Glacier National Park area. So if you follow that Rocky Mountain front there, that's like all this limestone, and it is just littered with fossils. You can go up any of those trails and find them. This one's one of my favorites. It's very, very delicate. This is a ginkgo leaf impression from Wyoming that one of my friends got me on one of her various trips between home and school. So that's fun. Okay, let's see. I have a whole box full here, guys, so I've got more stuff from the Swift Formation. So these are like palm frond type things. They're just carbon film impressions of plants that you can just make out on these rocks. Still pretty cool though. Different way for plants to fossilize. Sometimes people don't think about things like this. We've got reduction spots. This is from rain. So basically a fossilized raindrop. You can also get fossilized raindrop impressions, which is super cool. This is fossilized mud cracks and some burrows in there. These are all from the Moenkopi Formation. Yes, Moenkopi. Maybe Chinle. Not entirely sure. We're still trying to work that out in that particular area. Let's see. Get to those. So much cool stuff, guys. I don't even know which stuff you want to see. Oh, here we go. We got sort of some fossilized, not quite coral, closer to like sponge. It's all been replaced. We got some fossilized shells from the Cretaceous period up in Montana. An impression. More shells. Got chunks. I'll get the better stuff. It's all unburied. More shells. This is some more from our Madison limestone. If you look closely, if it'll focus up here. Focus up here, buddy. Okay, there we go. So those are crinoids. So they've got that nice little star in the center and then a circle all the way around it. That's part of the stem. They're related to starfish, so that's super cool. They're an echinoid. This is some limestone with some bore holes in it. So some animal came in and just bored right into it. That's pretty cool. Oh, here we go. So these came from the Oregon coast, but these are some shells. This whole thing is just like one big old shell. It's really fun when you can find modern shells mixed in with our fossilized shells. So here's another clam. Oh, no need to get dark. Got a nice impression of this one here. Just like a whole clump of them in this. Some of the best shells I own, honestly. They are the best shells I own, aside from some modern ones. Here's some more Jurassic plants for you. This is a chunk of cycad. So a cycad is kind of like a short, squat palm-like plant. They make some pretty cool looking fossils. This is actually part of like the seed pod. Actually had us very confused for like 2 years until we found some at the BYU museum. Here's some more Madison limestone stuff, because tons of it. These are horn corals. Look at how cool they are. too small to see on there. Oh, this is probably the biggest burrow I own. So here's another burrow for you. I found this out by St. George. This is from the Kayenta Formation. So that's cool. That's Triassic, straddling that border. I can't remember which one it is now. It's one of those. Oh, got a coral from our Frontier Formation, Frontier Sandstone. That's pretty cool. And a teeny tiny burrow. That's the smallest one I have. This is not one. Big chunk of rock. Not one that's easy for me to look at though. Oh, here we go. Here you can kind of get that seed shape to your cycad there. So like here's your center and then it kind of radiates out. So that's your cycad seed. Got a little stromatolite here. So that makes these sort of fun patterns. So stromatolite is your blue-green algae or algal bacteria. You can find them out in the Great Barrier Reef now. I know. We love our fossils that are invertebrate and trace and all of that. But we all know what we really want to see, right? So I have a couple of chunks. That was dirty. Can't tell what it is. I need to clean that off. But here is a chunk of dinosaur bone. This comes from a Cretaceous dinosaur. I want to say this one came from Edmontosaurus. But I don't know. I mixed them all up because I was teaching kids with them. Those are my teaching specimens. A few more chunks of bone, more dinosaur bone. This one I believe came from a Chelosaurus, which is a ceratopsian you can find in Montana. Oh, this is the Edmontosaurus chunk. And this one I believe came from a Maiasaura. This is the one I usually use to teach. So don't do this unless you know what you're doing, guys. But we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have a dinosaur bun stuck to my thumb now. So that's one of 4 tests you need to use in order to identify a dinosaur bone. So it's still there. I've got a few other bone chunks. Those were all from Montana. I think this one's from Colorado, Utah. I don't know. Some of these just appear. I think people just hand them to me. This one, you can really tell. It's the chunk of top of a leg bone, a limb bone. Could be an arm. You can see the nice shape. So that's another way you can tell dinosaur bone. You have shape, stick. I think this is Morrison bone just by the color of it. I don't know where it came from. Oh, that's a chunk of dinosaur bone too. And even though they're not fossil proper, just so you can get an idea, these are some of the casts. I made this one in college. This is a Camptosaurus ungle. So this is his toe claw. Looks pretty cool. He's an herbivore related to Iguanodon. This is an Oviraptorid egg that I got for my birthday. Again, it's cast. If you look really close, it did a pretty good job on this. You see all of this patterned stuff? Dinosaur eggs have a lot of patterning and ornamentation on their shells. They're never smooth. This is a Triassic footprint that I found by falling down a mountain. And you'll see he has 4 toes. He probably belongs to an archosaur related to dinosaurs and crocodilians. Probably more closely related to crocodiles. We have a whole trackway. That's pretty cool. And then also got this fun footprint that I need to paint still. But this probably belonged to a, quote, prosauropod. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toe imprints. This one came from the Nugget Sandstone. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that was 16 minutes that I bet you weren't expecting. But hey, happy National Fossil Day, and fossilize you later.